Okay, so this is from what we did on Tuesday. All right, whenever we start to do this, what's the first thing we've got to make sure of? What's the first thing we got to make sure of on a calculator?
Gotta
Got to be in degree mode. Okay? So if it's on radians, you're going to get answers that are totally weird. Okay? So remember, there's two ways to do that. You can use the mouse and hover over that and click on it. It'll change it to degree for you. Or if you don't like that, you can just push Doc 72 and change the second line to degree. Okay? All right. Now, this says to find the measurement of the angle. So remember, we're going to go in here. We're going to do tan inverse of 0.3486. How big is that angle? 19.22 degrees. Okay? 19.22 degrees. Okay? If an angle has a tangent of 1, how big is that angle? It's exactly 45 degrees. Okay, if an angle has a tangent of 0.44, what is it? 23.94 degrees. And then if an angle has a tangent of 3/5, 30.96 degrees. Yep. Okay. 30.96 degrees. Sorry. It's not working out very good. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and look over to this page right here. Yeah, your page, the one I printed, didn't have that on there. So just write that up there, like right underneath your name. Just write that in. Tangent equals. Okay, so we talked about this on Tuesday. Tangent equals the opposite. Opposite over adjacent. Tangent equals opposite over adjacent. Okay, so this first part right here is exactly what we just did on our warm-up. So type that in real quick. Type in tan inverse of 0.5657. So on your calculator, it's going to look like this. Tan inverse of 0.5657. How big is that angle?
29, 40, 29, 50.
Yeah, it's going to, I guess, probably around to 29.50 degrees. Okay, if an angle has a tangent of 0.1384, how big is that angle? 7.88? All right, if an angle has a tangent of 2.235, how big is that angle?
65.90.
All right. And if an angle has a tangent of 30 seconds, how big is that angle?
36.87.
36.87 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to use that idea to find the measurement of this angle right here. Okay, so this is the angle I'm looking for. Which side is the H?
18. No.
It's the blank side. Which one's the A, the adjacent?
18.
Is 18, and then O, the opposite,
11.
is 11. Okay, so let me remind you this. Okay, the H is the hypotenuse. It's always the longest side. It's like where the right angle points towards. It always points towards the hypotenuse. The adjacent is the side that is right next to the angle you're looking at. It's the angle that's right there, okay, that touches it. Then the other one is the opposite. It's the one on the other side. And so remember, always label it in this order, H-A-O. If you'll label in that order, H-A-O, it'll help to eliminate confusion on several things. Now again, what we just wrote up here, tangent is always opposite over adjacent. So how long is the opposite side? 11 over how long is the adjacent? 18. So I want to know how big that angle is, so I'm just going to type that in my calculator again, tan inverse of 11 over 18. So if an angle has a tangent of 11/18, how big is that angle? 31.43 degrees. Okay, this next one. So here's the angle I know. Which one is the H? The blank one, where's the A? 12, and then the O is the 36. So I'm going to put opposite over adjacent, 36 over 12. And then I want to know how big that angle is, so I'm going to do tan inverse of 36 over 12. Okay, so all that stuff right there is exactly the same stuff that we did on Tuesday. So what we're going to talk about today now to add to that is, whenever you type the trig button on your calculator, you see the top row and then the bottom row where it has the -1. We're going to talk about today about using the other row. All right, so when you're looking for the measure of the angle, that's where you use the tan inverse, when you're looking for the angle. Okay? When you're looking for the length of the sides, like we are right here, when you're looking for the sides, that's where you're going to be using the regular one. Okay? So you can see up there, on these top ones up here, we did not know how big the angle is. That's what we were trying to find, okay? Well, like on these, we didn't know what the angle was. So when we typed that in, it gave us the measurement of the angle. Down here, we know the angle. And so when I know the angle, I'm going to use this regular one, okay? So over here on your calculator, let's turn it on. Still in degree mode. On this one, okay, tan of 56. So on this one, I'm just going to get the regular tan. So what is the tan of 56 degrees? 1.48. Okay, so that's what I want right here is 1.48. Okay, now watch this. I want you to see this. All right, if I go back and if I do tan inverse, you can do this if you want, but I just want you to see this. I'm going to type in tan inverse, and I'm going to type this in, 1.48256. What do you think that's going to give me whenever I type this in? It's going to spit 56 back out, or real close to 56, okay? So you can see they just do the opposite of each other. Alrighty? Okay. Now, let's do tan of 23. So the tan of 23 degrees is what? 0.42. What's the tan of 86 degrees? Is what? 14.3. And then what's the tan of 45 degrees?
1.
And it is 1. Yep. All right. Okay, so down here on the bottom now. All right. So up here, notice what was happening here. On these, we were looking for the measurement of the angles. See that right here? I was looking for the angle. Down here at the bottom, I'm not looking for the angle. I'm looking for a side. So I'm doing something different here than what we did up there. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this in my little right angle mark here. Now, as I look up there, I know this is 90 degrees, and I know this is 35 degrees. And it would be easy to find that one, but I don't need to. I already have this one. So I'm going to be using this angle right here. Okay, so let's label it. Which one is the H? Is the blank one. Which one is the A? 25, and the O is the X. Okay, so you've never seen this before, so just follow me on what I'm about to do here, okay? So it's going to look like this. I'm going to say the tan of 35 degrees equals... Okay, now this goes back up here to the very top. Always put opposite over adjacent. So how long is the opposite side? X. Over how long is the adjacent side? Is 25. Now what I did there is I set up an equation with X as the variable. And what I want to know is what is the value of X? So now it's just me solving an algebra problem. Well, first of all, I need to know what is the tan of 35. So type that in your calculator real quick. What is the tan of 35? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. We could do this several ways. This is the way I like to do it. I'm just going to put a little line through that, and in place of that, I'm just going to write that 0.70. It'll just save us from having to write it down again. Okay? So the tan of 35 is 0.70. So I'm just replacing the 0.70 for tan of 35. And then from there, it's just an algebra problem. Okay? So actually, you know what? I'm just going to rewrite it. I'm just going to write it like this one time. So it's like this. 0.70 equals x over 25. So it's x divided by 25. So how am I going to get rid of that 25? Multiply by 25. So what happens to these 25s right here? They cancel out. They cancel the 1. So that just leaves x here. And what is 25 times 0.70? And that's my answer right there. Okay? I know that seems like a lot. I was going really slow to try to help you understand it, but once you get the hang of this, you'll be able to go through this stuff pretty quickly. All right? Okay, next one. All right, so first of all, I'm going to put my right angle mark on here real quick. Right angle right there. And this is the angle I'm going to be using. All right, so which one's the H? The blank one. Which one is the A? The X. And which one's the O, the opposite? 8. Okay. So, tan of 48 degrees equals... How long is the opposite side? 8. Over how long is the adjacent side? Is x. So what is the tan of 48 degrees? It's what? 1.11. So 1.11 equals 8 over x. Now again, from here, it's just simple algebra. It's got to solve for x. This one has one extra step. Okay, I've got to multiply both sides by x. That way these x's cancel out, cancel the 1. And on this side, I have 1.1x equals 8. So what do I need to do from here? Divide by 1.11. And what is 8 divided by 1.11? 7.21. Okay, on this last one here, all right, so here is the right angle. Here's the angle I'm going to be using. Which one's the H? The blank one, where's the A? X and the O? 23. All right, so the tangent of 45 degrees equals, how long is the opposite? 23 over how long is the adjacent? X. Okay, what's the tangent of 45 degrees? It's just 1. So 1 equals 23 over x. So I got to multiply both sides by x. Multiply this side by x. These cancel out. Over here I have 1x equals 23. Divide by 1. What does x equal? 23. Which actually makes sense because if you think about it, this is actually a 45, 45, 90. And if you remember our rules, these two sides are always the same. So it makes sense that they're both 23. Okay, real quick, I want to help you to get a couple of these set up so you'll remember how to do this. So on the front side right here, number 11 is the first one. Okay, on this one, we're looking for the angle. Okay, guys, need you to listen real quick, please. All right, so this is the angle we're looking for. Which one is the H? The blank one, where's the A? 38, and then the O is 29. Now on this side, there's only 4 here, but on these you're looking for the angle. Okay, so this is going back to like what we did on Tuesday. So opposite over adjacent is what here? 29 over 38. And remember, when you're looking for the angle, all you have to do is type it in like this. Tan inverse of 29 over 38. Just type that in and that gives your answer right there. Nothing else you have to do. So let's go ahead and do that. What is that? 37.35 degrees. Okay? Now, so all these on the front, those 4 are doing the same thing where you're looking for the angle. Now flip it over to the back and look at the first one here. So on this one, here's the angle. Which one is the H? The blank, where's the A? 15, and then the O is the X. So on this one, now that I'm looking for the side, I'm going to go tan 48 degrees equals the opposite X over the adjacent 15. And what's the tan of 48? 1.11. So you have 1.11 equals x over 15. And then you'll just solve. This one's easy. You just multiply both sides by 15. That'll give you your answer there. And all the ones on this side are like this. Will be worked out like this. Okay? Remember, no more than 4 per group. Please. No more than 4 per group. Get grouped up and go for it.